Roberto Firmino is not only one of the best Brazilians to ever grace the Premier League, but he's also one of the first players football fans think of when they consider Jurgen Klopp's success at Liverpool. To date, Firmino has bagged 106 goals and 78 assists in 339 games for Liverpool, alongside a Premier League title, 2 domestic cup wins, and the all-important Champions League in 2019. However, long before Firmino became an Anfield favourite, he made the move from Figueirense in Brazil to German club Hoffenheim, and it was there that he drastically improved in 2 ways to become one of English football's most exciting stars in the modern era. The first was by simply bulking up and being strong enough to compete in a major European league. In an interview in 2020, Hoffenheim's sporting director at the time, Ernst Tanner, revealed that Firmino's physical stats were appalling, and that his results from endurance tests were even worse than my grandma, but that quickly changed. After joining the club in 2011, Firmino spent the first 6 months working on his fitness and, according to the club, improved his physical stats by about 50 to 60%. And by the time the 2011-2012 season came around, the Brazilian talent was fit enough to feature in all but 5 of Hoffenheim's games. In fact, Firmino's fitness ended up being so impressive at the German club that he missed just 2.5% of Hoffenheim's games through injury. And the player committed so much to his new work ethic that in a 2015 interview, Firmino stated that he considered himself half Brazilian and half German on the pitch. This, undoubtedly, will sound pretty familiar to Liverpool fans, who have always known the Brazilian to be one of the most committed disciples to Klopp's high press and intense tactics. The second way the Bundesliga prepared Firmino for his time at Liverpool was by developing him into a proper number 10. Although the young talent had plenty of pace and an eye for goal when he arrived in Germany, it was at Hoffenheim that Firmino was trained as a more central forward, who would create goals as well as he could score them. Although the player's goal-scoring record was impressive enough during his time in the Bundesliga, it was his playmaking which significantly improved. In no uncertain terms, Firmino became a true number 10 in the German top flight, which the player confirmed himself in a later interview when he spoke about German football being far faster, tougher and more defensively rigid than what he'd been used to in Brazil. When we couple that with the fact that Jurgen Klopp got to watch Firmino in 9 games against his Borussia Dortmund side, in which the Brazilian and his side only lost 4, then we can clearly see why the forward has not only gained the skills necessary to succeed in English football, but was also working under a coach that knew firsthand what strengths he had as a player. Firmino undoubtedly went on to greater heights with Klopp at Liverpool, where he became one of the most exciting forwards in European football. But if not for Hoffenheim and the Bundesliga, he may have never become the star that he is today.